WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
Hey, all you racists out there, you should not be listening to our show because we do not like you. JB Rev Show.
Next.
Bob Leamy is the one guy that I know that has a drill bit big enough to do a big, nice glory hole at any truck stop he goes to.
You're very silly. You know that. You're a silly man.
Nope. Fastest man to woman. That's what we're going to do.
Yak, yakety, yak.
Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts. Seriously.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, you know, some people are into that. I know there's a website.
Fucking asinine.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Big disco.
Boy. Everybody get the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Yeah, I like it.
Seriously.
All right, there we are.
Yeah.
It's the JB Rev Show. We are live, posted up inside of Whiskey Lou's.
That's right.
For their 50th anniversary edition. We're going to get to talk with a lot of different people.
This is our second time here.
And it's our second time here. But like we were talking about, it immediately reminds me how hot it gets in Florida in the summer.
Oh, dude.
It's not even April, and I'm burning up in this little tiny room. But
Plus, it's super humid out because it's been raining off
yeah. It's going to be 80 degrees.
So we're all
until like 8 o'clock at night. We're all sweaty.
Dripping with sweat.
Getting ready for what sadly is Florida summer. Anyway, but inside of here, there's a bunch of great bands playing outside. I think Giddy Up Go is playing right now. A bunch of people. They've been doing this since noon. What's her name? Sabrina from the News Junkie was out there. I guess being the host for stuff. So Axis set up the stage. A lot of community involvement, which is awesome to see. I see a woman shaking her boobs right now. Okay, and I don't know why. All right. And
because I'll tell you why. Because it's a fucking shit
Whiskey
show
Lou.
here.
It's a
Everybody's
dive bar.
wasted.
We're all lubed up to jump into the dive bar.
For real.
As they say. We're back in the back, the little VIP pool room back here. And eventually throughout the evening, or we'll be here for an hour or so, we had some special guests planned, but it turns out they have a lot of work going on. So we'll see if that happens a little later. But you can count on us here to tell you what's going on in this room, which is absolutely nothing.
I'll tell you one thing.
They got a lot of cool posters in here.
Tiger Woods is winning the Masters.
Oh, I thought he won the thing.
No,
already.
he's tied.
He didn't win it?
No, not yet.
Oh, all right. Well,
maybe he
they got
did.
a lot of cool artwork, posters and stuff.
Yeah,
in
they
here.
do.
Yeah. What happened to our music? Oh, there it is.
And there was never on.
Oh,
That's the first
I
time
don't know.
what happened.
I don't
more
know.
like,
Who knows?
hey, there's the music.
Yeah, and there it is. But
Well, you are sweating.
Anyway, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, man.
But I am too.
Yeah, you are too.
Look at my balls.
You recently did. Yesterday was Record Store Day,
Yeah,
right? Talk
it
a
was.
little bit about vinyl because we've done that throughout the course of the show. Is advocate use of vinyl. We advocate your vinyl usage.
Yeah, baby.
And so from there, so where were you yesterday? You were playing
I
at
was at,
Remix, right?
No, Park Avenue CDs.
Oh, Park Ave. Wow.
Yeah, which was...
Who was
dude,
the lineup you were?
I played along with... I played after Nigel. Stereo 77 was playing. M Squared played. DJ Fusion went on after me. I played for 2 hours, and it was real. I played a completely eclectic, just hodgepodge of awesome music.
Yeah, and it really worked for you, huh?
Yeah, well, you know it's good when the record employees come up and ask what I'm playing. You know, like, what is this? I've never heard this. This is awesome.
That's good. And that's what I love about the Reverend's Revelations, man. You always get great stuff going on for our audience here, so it's much appreciated. But,
Amen.
yeah, you're going to turn that like into your own little podcast. I thought you were going to do an episode of the Circadian Cast. You still got that thing queued up? You got to get that to me before you get out of the country.
Okay. I did before I leave the country. Look, there's Tiger Woods right there.
I got people lined up to take your place a couple weeks.
I bet.
You're going to be out first couple of weeks of May. So
You keep saying that. Who do you have lined up?
I got a couple people lined up.
No
and,
confirmations, obviously.
No, I got 100% confirmations.
Oh.
So I got
Jeff Nolan?
So I've got unfortunately not. Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope.
Did you ask?
We're going with a what?
Did you at least ask him?
I can ask him.
You can't ask him?
I can. I just didn't want to bother the guy. He looks so busy.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he is
but
a
he
busy
did
guy.
the one
He did
time
it
I
the
went
last time.
and
You're
met
right.
Kraftwerk.
Yeah.
He covered for me. That was pretty awesome meeting Kraftwerk, I must say.
Yeah. Well, that was
Amazing.
almost a couple years ago, dude.
It wasn't almost. It was absolutely a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was like
So,
3 years ago.
We're coming up on our 300th edition, and it's going to be May 28th at Maxine's on Shine. So I can tell you that right now. We're going to try to blow it out.
All right.
Take a little bit of time off, and we do a summer tour, and we're trying to figure out if we're doing a 10th season or not.
Right.
So we'll see. All right, so a lovely Will's Pub Stranger is coming up to us, or Whiskey Loose. You want to talk to us in the microphone?
Yeah,
put the
those
headphone,
headphones
put the
on.
headset on. Hold on. All right, we've got our first patron here that's going to chat with us a little bit. There you go. Okay. All right, let me bring the mic. Oh, wait. That's the first challenge. Oh, yeah, just put it on the pool cue.
No,
that's good.
The wires.
That's good.
They're no.
Okay.
You're gonna have
this
to.
is good. All right, yeah.
No, see, wait. Don't put them on yet. No. There you go. Turn the
All right,
mic
there
up.
you
Ready?
are. You're on
Yeah, there
now.
you go.
You're
I can
on
hear.
now. Hello, random stranger. Oh, yeah, let me turn your headphones up. There you go. All
Now
right,
you
can you
can
hear
hear,
us
right?
now?
Yes, I can hear
There
you.
go. Now
All
you
right.
can hear you. All
Okay,
right, so
yes,
introduce
right.
yourself.
Okay, so
Whiskey
my name
Lou's.
is Dee.
What's up, D?
Short for D's Nuts.
Okay. that's
You know.
good.
But
Right.
I have a really good friend that's here. He's
Okay.
an artist. His name is Justin Hale.
Justin Hale.
Yeah, he's going to come up
He's over
and
there.
interview.
What's
Come
up,
on, Justin. Hello. Come
Fallon.
on, baby.
Right on. We
Yo,
got Fallon over
Linda,
here.
come on.
Oh, all right. Somebody's got a birthday? All right. What's
Yeah,
up,
it's
man?
his birthday,
We're
too.
doing a
Come on.
live
Yeah, come over here, man.
broadcast for Whiskey
Yeah, it's your
Lou's right
birthday.
out of
Come
here.
on.
We're doing a live broadcast out of here.
So
This is the
what you're gonna have to
Rev
do,
Show.
D's Nuts,
All
is
right.
give him the headphones.
Yeah, D's nuts. Oh, wow.
Put those headphones on.
She said D. Yeah. No, it's good.
No, put them on. Put them on like.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's your
guys
birthday, man?
doing? It is. It
Happy
is.
birthday,
April
man.
14. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You guys
man.
don't have the hand clap thing, like.
Yeah, we're gonna play birthday bitch for you.
All right.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
can you run it?
you want that? Yeah. What? All right. Wait. Let me.
No,
let
not
me-
in the house
Is that
sound.
the
Oh, I can
big
run it right here.
booty,
Hold on. Let's. Let me get you. Hold on. What's your name again?
Yo, okay. I guess she has me. She just speaks for me. That's my outer ego.
Yeah.
She's my spirit animal, if you will. That's the only reason I'm here right now. Is because my spirit animal
D.
clearly pounced on you guys.
Yeah,
with the
she was like,
opportunity
we're going to
to
make
do
sure.
something.
All right, well, this is what we're all about. We're community radio, internet radio. So thanks for any plugs. You got any plugs?
Yeah.
What do? Are you an artist?
I mean, yeah, I am an artist of all forms. I mean, I do tattoos. Shout out to Divine Canvas. That's
Okay.
where we do
All right.
tattoos.
See,
at,
that's
you
cool.
know what I mean? Red Table Studios, Clip
Okay.
275. I mean, clearly have a SoundCloud. Look at me, huh? You Justin Hale, / SoundCloud.
Okay,
on.
good. Justin Hale / SoundCloud or SoundCloud / Justin Hale. However
All
they
the
do
above.
It. All of the above.
All the above.
All
Let's
right.
do it. That's fire. I appreciate this random
Hell yeah, bro.
turn up.
Well,
if
happy
this
birthday,
is real
man.
Or not.
Yeah.
I
No,
appreciate
you're
the
at Whiskey
birthday
Lou's.
wishes.
We broadcast live every single week out of a little home studio up
Oh
the
my
road,
God, I
and
love
so we're doing this out of here to commemorate the 50th anniversary of this place.
That's fire.
And you
slash
just slash your
it was-
birthday.
it
How
was my
old are
birthday.
you?
Well, I'm 32, but I've been coming here for 12 years. So
Okay.
I think they disguised the 50th anniversary
Well, okay.
of my birthday.
See, well, what
They
kind of
upped it.
stories you got about this place? You come to Whiskey Lou's a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what kind of can you share a story with us?
Oh, hold on, Fallon, hold my drink.
Oh.
I'm about to fully mic
Oh,
up.
no.
Here we go.
Oh
Hold
no!
on.
Thank you,
Stories
Fallon.
of
Fallon.
whiskey.
Fallon Noah.
Yeah. Put those headphones on.
All right, there he goes. Yeah.
Shout out to the twat.
All right.
Shout out to the twat right there. She holding the whole.
That's why.
Oh, this song is still going in the background now that I
Yeah,
have
man.
both mics. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. there
Whiskey
you go.
Lou's
Justin Hill.
memories. What do you want? What kind of stories are we talking here? Because
Well, anything's on the table because we're live and uncensored. Plus, if whatever you want to share, is the most important thing. So
I need like a direction though, because
okay.
there's
We're
shit
there-
that I could think is funny, and then other
Yeah.
people will be like, oh, but yeah, where's the juice?
Well, we
I need to
want
know what the
cla-
juice.
The
was.
Jews. What
Classic-
do Jews have to do with it?
Okay, shut up
Oh,
over
there's
there.
juice. There's
The
juice.
dive bar scenario of this place. There's a lot of legends, I'm sure, 50 years that have been through this joint in
Yeah.
particular. Is there any occasion maybe where you bumped into somebody, you're like, oh shit, like they're all
Nah.
hanging out here?
Can I?
Yeah.
All right. So can I?
Yeah, you can.
So one of the
Just do
great.
it.
All right, fine. I'll
Yeah.
tell one of the greatest stories I've ever had here.
Perfect.
Well,
perfect.
there you go.
Known this lady.
Well, we
known
know.
this lady. Keep her undisclosed. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure anybody who can
Sarah.
ever hear this knows about Whiskey Lou's legends. She's been coming here probably 10,000 years before Christ was even born.
Okay.
There was one day. Nope. No, probably not.
What's up, D?
It's not her, actually.
It's not her, okay.
It's not her, surprisingly. So the other day, I had Bronx Obama here. Shout out to Bronx Obama. He's the number one Obama impersonator in the world.
Oh, damn.
He's 52 years old. I had him here.
Really?
He came here. He played Jenny from the fucking Block at probably like 10 o'clock in the morning here. We were here drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. Played Jenny from the Block. That's R&B.
Yeah.
That's R&B.
He puts it on.
Older lady comes through here that's been here for maybe 30 plus years. Comes up and was just like, "Hey, did you play that?" He's 52. He was like, yeah, I played that. It's nice R&B." And she was like, "I'm going to stop you there. We don't play that black shit here."
Oh, no.
What?
No, she didn't.
By the way, disclaimer, I am Puerto Rican / black. So,
Okay, all right, all right.
So I'm going to tell this story correctly.
All right, fair enough. We love it. We love it.
So she was, and I was just like still baffled. So he was like, he's black / Puerto Rican as well. So he was just like, "Excuse me, I'm 52. What do you mean by that?" And she was like, "Well, if you want to play that black shit, you have to go to somewhere."
Oh, my God.
Not here. And don't get me wrong, this is not a racist
I hope that
place.
was 12 years ago.
This is not.
All right.
No, yeah,
'Cause
this
they couldn't
is
be.
not a racist
That was
place
back
at
in the
all.
70s, by the way.
No, this was like a couple weeks ago. But no, she was just off her meds. I love her to death. Shout out to my nigga.
Crazy
She
black-
knows if I'm talking about
crazy
her.
black lady
She's
that
old
was
as
here.
shit. No, she's white as hell.
Oh,
but
she's a
shout
black
out
lady.
to her. She was off her meds. She apologized after.
See, that's
long
good.
story short.
That's
but
good.
So what happened?
so basically, actually, all the white people that were here congregated together and was just like, "Hey, man, well, if she doesn't like that black shit, I got $20, I got $10, I got $30 on that black shit." Everyone was like, "Yo, I got money on
Keep
that
playing
black
that.
shit."
Yeah.
And that's the best part about this bar. That's why it was a long story short. It started off super racist, but even the white people were just like, "Bro, that's why I love this bar. It's so diverse. It's so weird. It's so crazy because white people, black people, Spanish people, they come together. I love it. The crowd is here.
No doubt.
So
no doubt. Justin,
everyone paid a shitload of money to hear that black shit, though. I'll tell
Justin,
you that. Long story
happy
short.
birthday! Yeah, happy birthday to you, brother. And thanks
you.
for making
I
Whiskey
appreciate
lose
this
your
random
home.
shit. If
Well,
this really is happening, and I'm not
yeah.
getting punked right
And
now,
hey,
I don't know
you're
if
not-
Ashton Kutcher's
No,
around
he's
because
not.
the chain is
Nope.
heavy, but I
Hey,
appreciate that.
How
shit.
how can people get a hold of you? Like, how can they find you?
Yeah,
Your
if
Facebook
you're-
page?
what do you want people to go to? You said
I
I appreciate that
SoundCloud-
as well.
SoundCloud page.
Well, no, SoundCloud is like my least one. If you just Google Nibiru, like the ninth planet that the government is fucking us on right now, I don't
Okay.
know if I should really do computer. I don't
Yeah,
want you
no,
guys
no,
to get
let's hear
shut
it.
down
He
by the
loves
government.
love it.
conspiracy stuff.
Wow.
He
Well, I
is
go by
really-
Nibiru. I go by
Oh,
Nibiru
okay.
in Naki status. So it's just like if you just Google Nibiru or Justin Hale Nibiru, you'll get any of my songs.
Google
Talk about
that right
everything.
now.
Do it. You know what I mean? I appreciate you
No
guys.
doubt. Justin, you rock, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
There
bro.
you go. Happy birthday, brother. People are celebrating here. Sincerely, thank you, brother. That was
man.
good.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy
Here,
birthday
hand
to
us
you.
that
Yeah,
box
we'll
of fire.
tag you out. We'll tag you out. We'll tag you out. All right. So, we're talking with people that are coming back here into the little VIP pool room, Whiskey Lou's.
We got a very special guest coming up to the
we have
microphone right
a
now.
return guest.
One of my all-time favorites.
Local legend-ish.
I had this
material
awesome picture with her where
all
we're
the
in,
work that she's done so far.
fur coats.
What you do?
It was super hot. You remember that? Will's Affair?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
picture.
Fallon.
Hi.
Fallon Nolaf. People may know her by.
My last name is actually Quillen, but my last name on Facebook is my first name backwards, which is Nolaf.
Oh.
No, we're indie radio. We're indie internet radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's indie internet. Yeah, I know. That's you would think so. We're part-time monsters. There you go. All right. We got to get the approval.
Then back
We
to
still
the-
have not been approved. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, so
Just
that's
random
gonna
people coming
that's
up.
going to happen. Random
Talking
people
to Fauna.
just don't
Nola.
realize that we're broadcasting. So that was all right.
I'm still going by Yurge.
What?
That's Jerry backwards.
I got that name.
Yurge.
Yurge.
Funny story, I've had legitimate articles from Orlando Weekly and Orlando Sentinel written about me saying that my name was Fallon Nolaf.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How did they? Yeah, so they never really got past the research on that one, I guess.
On Facebook, right?
I love it.
One
No, I
would
love it.
think that their
You're-
Facebook name is just limited to Facebook.
You
but
kind
that's-
of are allowed
Right?
to have an alter ego almost, right, on Facebook. That's because JB Webb is truly a derivative of my name. It's almost wholly my name. It's leaving off a couple letters at the end. So
So what is your full name?
JB Webner.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ah.
JB
See,
Webner.
my name
See?
is
And
Jerry
that's-
Johnson.
I got my name because the last
it?
radio gig I had, I was
Reverend.
allowed to choose my own name. Which, if you're in radio, you can never choose your own fucking name.
Yeah,
So,
okay, Dirty
anyway,
Jim.
So, all right, there you go.
Just kidding.
So that's what it is.
What about Tom and Dan? They choose their own names.
Oh yeah, I guess they did, didn't they?
Drunky the Bear.
Not Drunky the Bear. He didn't choose that shit.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
a black bean
That's
is
my
now
point.
Carlos.
All right, let's get back to her. All right,
Yeah.
let's get back to our guest here.
Okay,
It's
Mrs.
taken some
Noloff.
time. The owner of Etoile, and I know I'm not saying that right. Is it close?
Kinda.
Etoile.
Etoile.
Etoile. See, we're going to forever struggle with this, but it's an awesome thrift store right in the heart of the Milk District.
Vintage
And
clothing store.
Vintage clothing.
The best in
Thank you.
town, by the
Thank
way.
you. And you hand pick stuff. You get a lot of stuff from a lot of different places and bring it in there. It's really cool stuff, and it looks new. It looks well kept.
And that is the difference between a thrift store and a vintage store.
Thank you.
So a vintage store is a place where the average folk drop off clothes that they don't want, whether it's
Right.
new
Crap.
or old or good or bad. They just drop it off to donate it to the public, which is great.
Right.
But a vintage clothing store is curated. So we go
Yeah,
and
that's a good
hand
way to say it.
select pieces from the 1950s to the early 90s that we think our consumer would purchase, and that is...
Wow, it's crazy to
That's
think
the
that
story. Yeah.
early 90s is already vintage,
I know.
right? So what does make the vintage? 30 years or more?
Oh, do you got Jankos in there now? What are you talking about?
Yeah, right?
Not even lying. Like 2 weeks ago, we totally
Really?
did.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Well, they are kind
That's
of
vintage. That is
nostalgic
vintage.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man.
Okay, so what are some big things you all do out of there? Because you're still running. Are you still running the food?
Yeah,
the
let's
food-
talk about
the
that.
food event, Tasty Tuesday. No, it used to be Tasty Tuesday.
Yes.
Now what is
And
it?
now it is.
Tasty takeover. And funny story to tie it back into this Whiskey Lou's 50th anniversary
Yeah.
party that we're doing. I read online from someone that works here that they were looking for a last minute food truck. And I love this bar, and I offered my services to bring a food truck out here last minute.
The barbecue one, right?
Tuesday. Yes, we have Up and Smoke Barbecue
Up and
out
Smoke.
here.
Cool.
Serving
Very
some
cool.
delicious barbecue.
What's the
Very
guy
appropriate,
What's
too.
the guy that big black guy, super nice?
CJ?
CJ.
Yes.
I love that guy.
I
Okay.
love him too.
Yeah, good job.
I
Well,
love
there
him.
you go.
job.
And it's a good mix. Whiskey Lou's here 50 years, and they're blowing it out. I think there's free beer and all
Blowout.
kinds of stuff going on.
Yes. And I read on the flyer, I don't mean to be a call out, but it says 1968, and I'm pretty sure if we do the math, that's 51 years.
Yeah.
Oh, good call on the map. All right.
But it probably just sounds better to say 50.
I guess so.
And these new owners, you know, like they're elevating this place to be something that it never really was before because they're kind of bringing
is
it
cool.
into the millennium. And 50 sounds better than 51.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure that there's a lot of famous people that have actually come through here because of the ilk of what it is. It's a convenient bar near downtown
Yeah.
that you can kind of just jump in and jump out, and nobody knows your name, almost kind of a thing, right? Like a true straight up dive bar.
That's what I tell everyone that comes into my store, because my store is just around the corner, and I tell them, have you guys ever gone to Whiskey Lou's? And they're like, no. I've always seen it, but I've never gone in. And I'm like, well, imagine the epitome of the melting pot of Orlando.
Yeah.
So you'll see a guy...
Great way to say
Especially
it.
since Wally's closed down.
Exactly. You'll see a guy, you know, like in full-blown, like head-to-toe... Fila with like a gold grill, playing pool against a guy wearing a
We were
fedora.
just talking to him. Justin was his name.
Yeah. With like, you know that he loves Frank Sinatra, like next to some like Harley Davidson biker bitch. Like it's everything of everyone in one giant place. And
It's a great way to say it.
yeah, it's just everyone's welcome, and this place has always been like that since 1968, apparently.
Yeah.
That's right.
And even though occasionally people will spout off, I think the bar corrects them, like Justin shared in his last story.
Yes.
Yeah, because it is good that way. And that's kind of the whole thing of when you look at the country, people perceive America as one way, but some people perceive it as another way. But I think the way that you described it is the way I believe that America is or should be.
It totally should be that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's
absolutely.
why I think that dive bars are so wonderful, and not changing them to be something that's like pinky up, you know?
Yeah.
There are not very many dive bars that are in Orlando that are still exactly what this is. It's a place to go to get cheap drinks with great friends, listen to good music. You
Hell
can
yeah.
still smoke in here.
Yep.
And
finger banged in the bathroom.
Yeah, you can totally get. I just did like 5 minutes ago.
I know.
And it was really pleasant.
Look, smell my fingers.
Oh, nope. Come on. Okay. Oh, my God.
He didn't finger bang me.
No.
All right.
This time.
That's a drop. What time was that? Okay. 1920. All right. I got to remember that.
It's a sound clip for like 5 years from now.
Yeah, you'll be hearing it on our show.
Finger banging in the bathroom.
Anyway, once again, what's the best way for people to connect with you? We're actually going to run into a track of somebody that I believe may have been in this bar, and it's Slim Whitman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but anyway, what's the best way for people to get connected to you online, social media, get Etoile? God, I fuck it up every time. I don't know.
It's really close.
Etoile. It's like
so, thank you.
Thank you.
My store's Instagram is Etoile Boutique. It's Etoile Boutique.
Thank you.
And Facebook is Etoile Boutique Orlando. Website is etoileboutique.com. And then Tasty Takeover is just as it's spelled.
There you go.
Because it's in English.
And it's every Tuesday.
Nice.
Yes,
and right up in the heart of the Milk District.
From 6:30 to 10 p.m., 13 different food trucks rotate out in
Sweet.
the Milk District.
Awesome.
The food is
Beautiful.
delicious.
You
by the way.
represent
We love
it
you,
so
Fallon.
well, Fallon. Thank you so much. Hang on the line there. Hang on the line. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Standing right in front of me.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. We're going to cut over this track.
And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk to Rich, who's local here.
All right, Rich. All right, cool.
All right.
Indian,
We're going to break into a song, and then we'll get back with Rich.
This is Indian Love Call from Slim Whitman. It's the JB Rev Show. We'll be right back.
Word.
When I'm calling you, will you answer That means I offer my love to you, to be your own. If you refuse me, I will be blue and waiting all alone. But if when you hear my love call ringing clear, and I hear your answering echo so dear, then I will know our love will come true. You'll belong to me, I'll belong to you. You'll belong to me, I'll belong to you.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Hey.
That was a great dive bar kind of a song.
Yeah.
So that was Slim Whitman.
So, speaking of dive bars, we're here at Whiskey Lou's, so on the 50th anniversary.
That's right.
We've got a guy with us now. His name is Rick.
Rick, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Just hanging.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Come up to the microphone
Good
a
to
little
have
bit.
you talk with us.
Just hanging.
What's up?
Yeah,
All right,
there
so
you go.
you got a lot of history with Whiskey Lou's here. Have you been here for the entirety of the 50 years, or how? You have.
I came back from overseas in 1970, and I came in here. You know, you guys probably don't know this, but this is one of the 2 original gay bars in Orlando.
I did not know.
Yep.
I didn't know that either.
Yep.
No, I didn't know
Lou
that.
bought it, it was Cactus Lounge. It was black with all these paint drops all over it and everything.
Wow.
And it was a gay bar. And this is back when people were going,
That's in the 60s.
what are you, a fag or something? I mean, that's just how people talk back
Right, yeah.
then. Yeah.
Like Vinny Barbarino.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's up? Want to come watch me in Greece sing and dance? Okay. All right. So, Rick, so you got a lot of hell of a history with this place, and that's awesome. And you're an Orlando local, right? So, local legend interview.
Lived here
Definitely.
since
We don't have the music.
1957,
Damn, local legend. Well, awesome.
All right.
So, primarily, what do you do for the scope of your livelihood?
No, let's talk about...
I'm retired.
Yeah.
I don't do jack crap.
yeah. Let's talk about your history with Lou's. And you said you used to be friends with Lou.
Yeah, what happened is I came back from overseas in 1970, and I come in here, and Lou just opened this bar up. And it was all outside. It was painted black with just paint splotches all over it. And Lou goes, I don't think so. So he repainted the place.
Okay.
And when it first opened up, it was a cowboy bar.
Okay.
And then Lou's going, well, that's not working. Let's make it something else.
Right.
And so he did. And ever since then, it's been more rock and roll. And now it's what it is today. But I'll tell you what.
I can imagine in the 70s, this must have been a cool-ass place to be.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
See that area where the
Elvis is?
Elvis is?
Right. Yeah.
That used to be a black wall, and it had black booze in there.
Okay.
And back in the day, I could come in and
You could go in there and
hello, lady.
snort a little, smoke a little, smoke and snort.
And we used to actually have sex back there.
Oh,
but
my
that
God.
was in the 70s.
Well, smoke, snort,
Right.
Yeah.
and suki.
Triple S. Smoke, snort, sex.
Yeah.
But
Smoke,
anyway,
snort, sex.
Lou changed everything up, and
Yeah.
now you see how it is today. But boy, back in the day, I mean, you know, the 70s were a different time, right?
Absolutely.
And we come in here and go, how you doing? Yeah, you want some? Here.
Yeah, you do stuff. You walk around. You would play pool back then, though, too. Yeah, there were pool tables in here, right? Or was it? Wasn't there a while there was like a little dance floor? Because I remember they were doing lingerie shows in here, maybe like 20 years ago or something like that when I first got here.
And
it was
come in here,
yeah.
and when you're like I was in the 70s and 80s, it's like I'm the guy, right? It's like,
Hey,
macho.
sweetheart, you know, here, do a little bit of this, do a little
I
bit
know
of
the
that.
fucking owner.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Rick,
go ahead.
So you've been coming here since for 50 years.
Pretty much, I'd say I'm
So
a
that's
50-year-old guy.
Yeah, because you know that it was a different kind of a bar. Lou got it, like you said, and kind of made it a country bar, and then said, "Fuck that! It's just going to be kind of anyone that wants to come in, kind of."
Let me ask you this: is Lou still around?
No, Lou died. He died about 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
damn.
The new owner is really cool because
Yeah.
all this is happening because of the new owner.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, the guy knows his business. You got a band outside. You got all these people in here.
Totally.
This guy is really good with business.
Yeah.
He's actually reviving Lou's.
You're right.
Absolutely. Jim
Yeah.
Fairley.
Right. And that's a big reason why we're here, because we're
Because
connected
of
with
the
him,
owner.
and we love the fact that he's doing this. And everybody in this little district, you know, before this was called the Milk District, this place was here.
Yeah.
And people were coming here.
The only thing that existed here is the pool hall around the corner.
When did T.G. Lee go up over there?
Oh, that was like in the early
70s?
40s or 50s.
Oh,
So that's always been here.
Time.
This used to be a cow pasture before it got built into what it is now. This was nothing but cow pasture back in the old days.
Wow.
And me, I was a little kid back then. I was a little kid back then. I'm going...
Right.
I remember my mom telling me when I used to drive by here when it was a gay bar, she goes, remember, Ricky, paddle fast, pedal fast.
And go fast by that place. Really? Do you know what? I get picked up out of there. Yeah, I understand. Well, the world was a different place back then, for
I'm
sure.
not gay, but I could have been.
Just didn't get picked.
Yeah.
I know. They're like, we'll steal his bike and let him be. Oh, okay. No, anyway. All right, so we're talking with Rick, dude. He is a patron of Whiskey Lou's for 50-plus years. It sounds
not
like.
plus, it's 50.
50 years. Well, hell, that's
He didn't used to come here when
that's
it was
all-
gay
You
bar.
should get some kind of loyalty discount.
He's old
I
as
say.
hell, and he looks like crap.
Your drinks are free. Well, tonight your drinks are free.
That's right.
Anyway, well, appreciate that. So, what's you've been here for 5 decades, so you must have a crazy story about this place. You ever have a crazy story where like people roll up in here, or
Well, let me answer the question.
I think I already told you about some crazy stories.
Yeah, with the booths back there.
Yeah,
The 3 S's. Snort, smoke, snacks.
And that's when Lou started putting cameras in here going, hey, man, you're not going to have sex in my bar.
Or if you are, I'm going to be watching it.
Yeah.
I'm going to camera.
I'm going to put it on TV.
Put it on YouTube. And, all right. So,
hey,
cool.
Let's see. Jim.
So let's see. Yeah. Let's see if we can grab Jim,
Anyway,
too.
I forgot to ask you guys your name.
Rick. JB.
Yep, JB. I'm the Reverend.
That's the
I'm
Rev
Reverend.
over there.
What's up?
Great to meet you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for letting me just yak
man.
for a minute.
No, that's awesome. We appreciate it. Well, like I said, we're inside of Whiskey Lou's talking with people kind of randomly, so I appreciate the fact you're able to give us some insight, give us some straight kind of dope on what has gone down here.
Yeah.
And that's why we want to be here, because we document stuff like this.
Let me ask you
love
something.
Orlando.
Right, go ahead, ask.
Were you guys even born in 1970?
I was born in,
I was almost born.
I was 1 year old.
I was
born in 69.
Yeah, okay. I was
Almost
born
born.
in 1951.
Okay.
Graduated from high school in 69.
Where'd you
and
go?
That was always Boone.
Boone.
We
Right
graduated June the 9th, 1969, and our joke in all of our books is 69. Whoa, what are the odds?
Class of 69.
That's awesome.
So you hit the big
69, 69.
That's awesome.
Let's go in the
Rick,
black boots.
Rick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Rick.
As
You're
we talk,
welcome.
you like Graham Parsons?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, do you think Graham Parsons has ever been through here?
I have no idea. Everything that we did was out at the sports stadium, and every band alive on this planet was at the sports stadium.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Off of
I saw
Economahatchee.
The Who, the Doors,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep, Economahatchee.
Everyone.
I actually
I'm
saw
telling you.
Jane's Addiction with Suicidal Tendencies there.
Oh, shit.
Right before they tore it down.
See, you're closer to my age.
Yeah, this guy. I know. True.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're going to re-up on our drinks. Rick,
Yeah,
thanks
we are.
so much for
Yeah,
giving
Rick,
us some
thank you
time
so much.
and some rich history.
Thanks for
without
coming
a
up.
question.
Thanks for giving me a moment.
We're going to cut
All right,
to
buddy.
Love Hurts from Graham Parsons.
right.
So refill our drinks. Be right back. We're inside of Whiskey Lou's
That's right.
for their 50th anniversary celebration here. It is the JB Rev Show.
We'll
Hang
be right
tight,
back.
baby.
All right.
Lubing up the dive bar, baby. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. That was awesome. Yes, sir.
All right.
Love scars, love wounds, and marks any heart not tough nor strong enough to take a lot of pain, take a lot of pain. Love is like a cloud
be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new mania. Can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal mindfuck America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything isn't meant to be okay. TV dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who are meant to follow. But that's enough to argue. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. God bless America, oh beautiful for spacious skies. Oh say, can you see by the dawn's early light la cucaracha, la cucaracha, fa la 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 la. Well maybe I'm the faggot America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. Now everybody do the propaganda and sing along in the age of paranoia. Tequila!
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Yo, yo, yo. It is the JB Rev Show.
That's right.
Inside of Whiskey Lou's. Some badass motherfuckers just walked in here.
That's right.
What's up, Swamp? There he is. All
Swamp
right.
over there.
And Rev brought over somebody who I've never met before that
That's
I'm excited to learn a little bit about.
Yeah.
Chuck Dinkins.
Hey, what's
right?
up?
What's up, man? All right, let's
on?
get your mic up. There you go. All
Hey.
right. Can you hear
Hey.
me? You can hear okay?
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Can you hear you? Oh, no.
Sorta.
Hold on.
I
Where
can- we-
are you?
I can hear
I don't
you.
like hearing me so
All right.
much.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure everybody can hear everybody. But we're doing this live inside of Whiskey Lou's, kind of to commemorate the fact that they've been doing this 50 years. And,
That's right.
of course, there's legendary cats all over the place. The Rev brought up Chuck, and I brought up Chuck. Listen to me. I did not mean to say that.
Chuck. Never heard that before.
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say.
He brought up Chuck. Yeah. Now you're in middle school again, Chuck.
Yeah,
so,
right.
All right. Anyway, but it's going to be awesome to learn a little about you. We do a local legend thing, and maybe you can come in studio and do more of a
Yeah.
session with us. But
But-
honored to meet you. How the hell
You
you
too.
doing?
So, Chuck, let's talk about let's inform JB a little bit about you and what you've done and your accomplishments.
I got to talk?
Yeah, that's you.
I don't do that well. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, let's talk about when you were younger. What was your main source of income?
When I was younger, my main source of income was riding a skateboard.
That's right. And how long did you do that? And you're still doing it today, right?
Yeah, I'm old. I still ride a skateboard
Okay.
for fun. But, yeah, back in the late 80s, early 90s, I rode a skateboard for a living. Falling was fun.
Yeah.
Falling is still fun. Getting up sucks.
Yeah.
But falling is fucking still fun.
Right on.
I'm sorry. Can I
Yeah,
say
Yeah,
that?
you can
yeah,
start-
We're
yeah.
live. We're uncensored
Uncensored.
and live. You can
Okay,
say
cool.
whatever the hell you
All
want.
right, right on.
That's my So that's awesome. So you are true, like
He's
a
a pro
straight up
skater.
skateboard
And so, who are you
legend.
skating for?
Wow.
I skated for
Fucking awesome.
Walker skateboards, for Tracker trucks,
Okay.
Santa Cruz wheels, A1 meat wheels.
All right.
I
I mean, you're all over.
Protec,
You're all over
Vans.
the magazines
Yeah,
and like.
yeah.
I mean, this guy's the real deal, and it's been an honor calling you a friend as long as I have.
Yeah, you too, man.
We met actually through Tommy Mott.
Yeah.
And man, I love that guy, and he's that's how I actually met Fallon as well, is through Tommy Mott.
Hey, Fallon.
Hey.
What's up, girl?
And I didn't mean Swamp through Tommy, but we
Swami.
definitely got that connection. We love. I mean, Mott is just
Yeah.
awesome, is he not? We all got
So-
he's awesome.
You're definitely local to Orlando, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, local. I mean, I've been in Central Florida, for 32 years.
damn. Where'd you come from originally?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
My dad was military. He was 23 years in the Marines.
Got to respect that, dude.
So Semper Fi to any military out there. I love you guys. But I grew up around the military.
Yeah.
California, Hawaii until I was about 15
So
years
skating,
old.
did they look at that like, oh, what are you doing skating? Or they were like, that's good for him. Let him kind of get, because it requires a lot of body strength to be a
Well,
good,
look at this guy.
decent
I
skater.
mean, my parents, in the 80s when I was doing it, they didn't get it. And my dad was one of those guys who's like, you know what, he told me, he said, do what you got to do as long as it makes you happy.
Yeah. Right on.
And and figure it out. He goes, don't take a job for money, take a job for happiness.
Awesome.
And if skateboarding makes you happy and you can make money on it, then do it.
Fuck yeah.
So my dad was behind it. Mom wanted me to be a banker for a while, but she came around.
Yeah.
It was all cool, but I did thing
what do you
definitely
do?
non-traditionally.
I'd imagine you got your first sponsorship, and it's like, okay, this is something's happening, right? Because that's how it works in the world of skate, like sponsors. Yeah,
absolutely. I was living in Memphis, and I was working at a skate shop called Cheap Skate Shop in Memphis, Tennessee.
Shout out.
Ron Hale is the owner of that, was the owner of that place. He's a fucking super cool dude. He sponsored a skateboard demo.
Okay.
At a big festival at the Mid-South Fairgrounds. And at that festival, I ended up meeting a couple of pro skaters.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting me on their team, which was Walker Skateboards.
Nice. And that's a big deal.
I think that's a big deal.
And that's and Reggie Barnes, who was one of them, Jim McCall, who's a local Florida guy.
Right.
Reggie now owns Eastern Skateboard Supply and a bunch of other things. Eastern Skateboard Supply is the hugest distributor of skateboards on the East Coast.
Wow, really?
And Reggie's out of Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Super cool guy.
So Chuck, what are you doing these days?
These days, I'm in the concert industry.
Really?
I used to work at Sapphire Supper Club back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
So did he?
Yeah. Faraday gave me my job over a game of pool.
Okay.
Back, you remember when they had the Fusion pool table
in the back? Yeah.
Yeah, the Fusion table in the back. There's two tables connected together on the corner.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been like 99 or something like that.
More like 90.
It was so close to 2000.
98, 97.
Oh, late 90s.
Like
okay.
Yeah. Like when they first opened.
Nice.
So actually, I moved to Orlando from Beachside. And I had a part-time job at Wax Tree Records.
Oh, damn.
Okay, with Chris Noble.
Yeah, this is like way old school.
I think that's where I first met you, is at Wax Tree with, what was his name, Roger? Who owned the place? Bob. Bob was the owner.
Bob Ponder.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, Bob Ponder and Bob Hayna.
Yeah, Bob Hayna, Chris Nobling.
Yeah, Chris Nobling. Simon Hard.
Yes, Simon, that's right. And you guys were in direct competition with Murmur at the time.
Yeah.
And that gang, like Jim Leatherman and Smiling Dan.
Well, the store was in competition. I wasn't.
Right.
I was just friends with everybody. I didn't give a shit, But, did that whole thing. I met Shaney. Okay. Oddly enough, my other part-time job was working at Pier 1 Imports.
What?
Yeah.
That's where you get your style.
And I met Shaney at Pier 1.
Okay.
And then she came over to Wax Street, and I was working at Wax Street.
She's like,
wait a minute, you're the same guy from Pier 1.
You helped me with candles, and now you help me with records.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, and then she's like, you want a job? You need to come down and meet my partner at Sapphire.
Okay.
We just opened at Sapphire Supper Club. So I went down there, met Faraday. He gave me a job.
That was awesome.
I was the door guy for a while, and then worked my way up to marketing.
Yeah, in the office. Yeah,
in the office there, and then when House of Blues opened up, I ended up getting a gig out at House of Blues
with Feinberg.
No, it was before, right after Feinberg.
Stay Space.
When Stay Space, Feinberg, and Shipley.
Okay.
They were the first crew,
right?
And then when that crew turned over, I was part of that second crew that kind of came in.
Okay.
Oh, traitor.
So I did that for a long time. And then, so I worked my way up to talent buyer. I was booking for House of Blues Orlando, Myrtle Beach.
So you're doing
stuff all over the place.
Bookings now for like.
No, I'm on the Ticketmaster side now. So,
oh wow!
Yeah. So I do the ticketing thing.
Your trajectory is awesome because it gives people hope too. Because it's like sometimes when you're thinking you're doing something minuscule, nobody's paying attention. But
that day job you had to keep, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, the House of Blues things was super sexy.
Oh yeah,
you're the House of Blues guy.
Is that where you met your wife?
Right. Yeah. No, I knew her back then through friends of a friend.
Okay.
But she was just a friend of a friend back then.
All right.
And then you fast forward many years. You run into the same people you ran before, and it's like, oh, I know you. We met a long time ago, and then it's like we started hanging out. Next thing you know, she's my wife. it's cool.
Yeah, we
Maureen,
are.
love you, baby.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
cheers, kudos on that, because we're all about endorsing relationships and love, and we're talking with Chuck Dinkins,
That's right.
inside of Whiskey Lou's, a freaking local legend. We do this whole big thing where we really learn about people, but you've done a great job of encapsulating a lot of time in a little bit of time.
Yeah, sorry.
So thank you for doing. No, that's
Yeah.
that's perfect, man.
We got Swamberg over here lined up,
what-
too.
So, what kind of point of reference do you have here to Whiskey Lou's? Let's talk a
Well,
little
obviously
about
it's
your experience.
Point of reference with Whiskey Lou's?
Was this ever a
Jesus
bottle
God.
bar, a bottle club?
How about this?
What-
You have any crazy stories of anything that happened to
Okay.
you here?
Yeah, that's
been
good.
Nothing that I can legally talk about.
Okay.
But I mean, Whiskey Lou's was like is one of those spots. It's kind of like Wally's where you either start or end your night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing ever good
Every
finishes
now
up
and
here.
then. I mean, if you're like if you're down and you just got some shit on your mind, you can come here and do a whole night.
Yeah.
Just like screw it.
Yeah.
Just let it ride.
But
Right.
yeah, like Whiskey Lou's has always been one of those stable, consistent bars.
Little
where
place.
It's one of those things where it doesn't matter what you do or who you
are,
or
doesn't matter.
And because honestly, when you walk in the door, whatever it is you do or this and that, nobody gives a fuck.
Right,
right.
right.
They
That's
don't.
right.
And it's like it's a level playing field
You
inside
leave all the
Whiskey
chills
Lou's.
at the door.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like the only bar in Whiskey Lou's that you got to pass, and then bar, no pun intended, is are you an asshole or are you not?
That's
an
right.
asshole?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. As long as you're cool, everybody
Yeah.
in here is cool.
No
You
doubt.
pull the
Said that
trigger,
very well.
you're the target.
Said that
All
very well. All
right.
right, there we go.
Hey, so it's been really nice talking with you, Chuck.
Yeah, dude, you're a badass.
Yeah, thanks
man.
for coming in here.
We'd love to learn more about you.
Yeah.
We do a live show every Tuesday night, but
We'd like to have
out of
you
our
in.
home studio right up the road. But I'd love to even have you in as a guest if you want to.
Cool,
at some
cool.
point.
Yeah, anytime,
Yeah,
man.
you got great stories. Well, love the fact. Hang tight there. What do I got?
We're just going to bring Swamberger up.
Okay, we got Swam coming up next.
Yeah.
All right.
Swamberger.
All right, so
we don't have to break. We'll just
we don't have to break.
hand the headphones
All right,
over
perfect.
to Swam.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
So real quick,
You
story
open
about
for Swam. You open for him. Yeah, give us a story.
I'm going to open for
Yeah.
Swam.
Yeah.
So back in the day when I worked at Sapphire Supper Club, I worked the door and Swam would come by.
Right.
I don't know if you can hear me. Swam would come by back in the day
Yeah.
at Sapphire, and he was always like selling CDs and
Yeah.
and mixtapes and whatnot. And I still have a stack of that shit at home.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
like people like
hoarder.
want to get down
Original.
on some early soliloquies of sound stuff like
Yeah.
before. Everything's about foundation, where
Yeah.
shit came from.
No
Yeah.
doubt. The roots.
I got stuff from this dude,
Yeah.
or where it came from.
Stuff that's not even out there. Wow, I
it's
want
like
it.
the
out there.
the early mind of Swam.
Yeah.
And he was
Well,
always a cool dude that
back
came.
in his
He always
youth.
came by. He hit me up at the door. We'd hang out for 10, 20 minutes. Fucking hang out. I'd grab some of his music and I go home and check it out. And then the next thing you know, he's like, "I got a new band coming up."
Yeah.
Soliloquies of sound.
Yeah, that was
Check
right
it
off
out.
his fusion
SOS.
coming from Social again, like another place that fostered that
Yeah.
whole sound of
Yeah.
people coming together and
Yeah.
just making music happen
Yeah.
right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
come down and spit on fucking Fat and Jazzy back
That's
in
right,
the day.
with
you know?
Greg.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So that's kind of where we met, like Fat and Jazzy, really.
Right
Yeah.
on.
But
First saw
you
Greg
got to support
yesterday.
the local. People don't realize, it's like, as far as talent in Orlando, we got it. We
got it right
We stand up to
Absolutely.
any city.
Yep,
any
without
city.
question.
No
you
doubt.
bring it, I'll
Without
stand.
question.
I'll stand up a bunch of dudes in front of you.
That's part of the reason we do this show.
After we talk with Swam,
It's
I'm going to
just
pull up a
focus.
soliloquist of sound. Hold on.
and
All right.
shine on the talent that we have here in Orlando.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, we have a never-ending list of guests that we could bring in.
Yeah,
because of all
absolutely.
the talent.
Yeah, I mean, from MCs to players.
Absolutely.
We got it all.
Artists across the board.
Yeah.
Like, what doesn't matter what media, whether you own a fucking vintage shop
Yeah.
or you fucking, painting
Yeah.
heroes like Spear
That's right.
or, musicians, skateboard. Just, I mean, the
It's-
talent is like a
Orlando
whole
is unique.
cornucopia.
Yeah, everybody
of
really comes
awesomeness.
together and supports, and that's why there's a lot of badass people here at Whiskey Lou's, inside of Whiskey Lou's, talking with Chuck Dinkins. Appreciate the fact. All right, so now you just open for Swamberger. All
Yep,
right,
let's,
so then we let the crowd. All right, there's the
hand-
crowd.
hand Swam those headphones.
All right, there
Put
we
them
go.
on.
Okay,
Thank you,
so now
Chuck.
the quick transition. Hold on. Oh no, is it raining out? Okay.
Oh my God, it's raining.
All right, there we go.
All right,
Thank
all
you,
right.
brother. Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you, Chuck.
thank you, Chuck.
Appreciate it, man.
Awesome,
That was
bro.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I love you, man.
Good deal. All right, so now we got a pretty legendary cat. We've had him in studio.
Yes,
and he's
we
up
have.
here hanging out with Whiskey Lou's. How the
What's
hell you
up?
doing, Swam? It's great to see you, brother.
Chilling, man, chilling.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm actually like 4 minutes away from going to meet up with Da Vinci. Actually.
Oh, damn. Oh, so you're
Nice.
you got a practice going.
Well, nah, we got to do some taxes together.
Oh, okay.
Make sure that shit fucking syncs up.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. All right, we're glad we got you
Time
for
to
a
write
couple of
some shit
minutes,
off.
man.
Exactly.
Soliloquist is Hound, and I got your Spotify profile here queued up, so we can
Okay.
bump into virtually anything you want
Word
that's
up.
on there. So, but what we love about you, man, is you
Everything.
are literally the man of the people, man. You
Yeah,
are
man.
out there busting the streets, and you
Always.
still do
Yeah.
it. And you could, I could be driving to 7-Eleven to, I got to get cigarettes or whatever, and I see you
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
I'm like, that man is just always doing something, like moving, going forward. So thank
Yeah,
you
man.
for being kind of that real straight up torchbearer
Of
for
course.
Orlando music.
So something I want to focus on is
Yeah.
before I was saying the whole cornucopia of talent. I mean, you're multi-talented in not only the music but also your artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, you got awesome murals. You got one on Sam Flax right now.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
about the
incredible
art.
your shit.
Yeah, man, I'll actually be there tomorrow, probably finishing up everything, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, I did a bunch of it, you know what I'm saying? But every time I went back and looked at it,
Yeah.
I wanted to do more, so
Right on.
I'm going to do more on Monday.
We just
That's
had
cool.
Dollar Bill in studio with us a
Yeah,
couple
Dollar,
weeks ago.
man. Yeah, that's the man.
Yeah, man.
That's the man.
Yeah, and you're the man too.
I appreciate that.
It's
Appreciate
like
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it was awesome getting to work with those cats. You know what I'm saying? Him, Andrew Spear,
Yeah.
Skip. You know what I'm saying? Alongside those cats, Boy Kong,
Yeah.
and get to paint. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
That Sam Flax.
Well, your skills are without question superlative because of the fact that you put some of your art on the covers of the
Oh, yeah.
albums of the music, and it's like iconic to
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
you could see, you could
Yeah,
see.
we did. I think we did what two albums with Anti/Epitaph Records, and then we went on and did a third album, which was the third and fourth because it was a double album, and put the artwork on top of that album, which was the fourth wall,
There
right?
you go.
And that was
Yeah.
brought to everyone from everyone. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right,
like a
right.
crowdsourcing kind of thing. So that's exactly how that album came out.
See, and I think that's beautiful too because you can still
It
buy
is.
T-shirts with
Oh,
that
my God,
artwork, with that artwork, and people consume it because
Yep,
it is
yep.
legendary
Speaking of which,
Orlando stuff.
How can people buy your stuff? Where can we find your stuff online?
Man, you could either buy from me on the street,
Walk into 7-Eleven.
right?
He's got a duffel bag.
You know what
with
I
them
mean?
up
Or
T-shirts.
you could buy you go to secondsubject.com.
All right.
Okay,
You know,
Second subject.
Yeah, www.secondsubject.com.
www.
Exactly. You can find all of our stuff
All
on
one
there,
word.
man. You know what I'm saying? You can
.com.
find all of our stuff on there. But as far as T-shirts are concerned, I don't know if you guys know that I'm now working with Enemy Inc.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, so you're
So I catch the
Sweet.
shirts, but that's also
Oh,
how
really?
I put out my clothing company called Innocent Clothing.
Oh, damn.
Ah, yes,
damn.
innocent.
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
Okay, so
sweet.
so that's available out at Enemy Inc. They got stuff out
There-
there. You
it'll-
just-
yeah, I'm trying to work something out with those
Like a
cats,
little
but that'll
merchandise kinda
that'll probably
setup.
be later on in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
But as of now, like I'm gonna be starting, innocentclothing.com type stuff. But
Tiger
for
Woods.
now, secondsubject.com for
Awesome.
everything.
Secondsubject.com. We're talking with Swamberger. He is definitely a local legend. He's got to go do his taxes. He's so much so.
I totally
oh, wait.
do.
Fallon
All
wants
right.
you to say something. Hold
Oh,
on.
she was talking about Second
Hold
Subject
on.
and what Second Subject is. It's like a collective of artists that
Yeah.
I help to run and manage. What up?
I was interjecting because I would really love for Swam to explain what Innocent Clothing is
Okay.
because we had a lunch date at Drunken Monkey a few months back, and he told me what it was about, and I think it is worth telling
Well,
folks.
we
Let's
got
hear
the
that.
point. We want to hear. Thank you,
Straight
Fallon.
from the mouth.
Because,
Oh,
she's
man.
now an executive producer of the show. Thank you.
So Innocent Clothing is basically, I don't know if you guys remember when Facebook had a bunch of stuff like on its feed about black men being shot by cops
Okay, yeah.
and things like
Yeah,
this.
Black
and-
Lives Matter kind
exactly.
of a thing. Yeah,
like
yeah.
before all of that kicked off, there was like this thing that was kind of boiling up in my head as these people were showcasing different types of videos, you know what I'm saying, of black men getting gunned down and things like this.
Yeah, right.
Like I was like, man, like what can I do?
Yeah.
As far as this is concerned. Like I don't want to just be like, oh man, shut that out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get it out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted people to understand and learn from it in such a way where, like, you know, you have that much more power with what it is that you put out there.
Yeah,
you know
keep
what I'm
the
saying?
conversation
Even if it's on
going.
your own, right,
No,
even if it's on your own page. You know what I'm saying? So what it is that I did was I said, yo, I want to start something that like has some depth to it. But you remember when people would wear shirts like Angel, you know what I'm saying, and things like that on there, you know what I'm saying, that was really like kind of corny and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to do that, but I kind of wanted to ride the coattails of that.
Okay.
So the words that I was kind of searching for just came to mind, and that came to mind by way of Alex, actually.
Innocent clothing.
Innocent clothing.
Innocent clothing. Like,
and so
you're straight up just there, and all of a sudden you're not. And it really
innocent,
represents.
check this out. Like with a lot of the actual artwork that I have on the clothing, it is people that look like they're in the act of doing something illegal, but they're not. They're not actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm looking over here.
No doubt.
Okay. Oh, he's getting
We
a
taking
picture.
this pic
All right.
real quick.
Hold on.
Multitasking.
Broadcasting live. Okay, he's in the middle of a story.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's all
we
good.
listen.
So exactly. So as soon as we came up with the name, as soon as I came up with like a lot of these images and what it is that I wanted to do with the images, then I would imagine when people were wearing this, they were basically like kind of conforming to a movement that said, yes, we are down to be seen as the innocent, even though you may look at us as, you know,
brilliant,
some illegal motherfuckers. You know?
Yeah, no, brilliant. And I mean, there's a lot of beauty in that, man, because that takes a bold step. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we do, we'd love to have a deeper meaning to, but you actually go through the lengths to do it.
Of course.
And that's what's beautiful about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So you'll be able to catch like all of that on secondsubject.com.
Secondsubject.com.
As well as a lot of the artists that I manage. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
as well as the new music that'll be coming out. I got like 3 albums coming out this year.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's an exciting thing. Like, we were hoping Anthony Cole could visit us here. He's like, I got to work a little longer.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
what's
oh,
up.
damn. So I'm glad we organically kind of got a great representation
Yes,
of
thanks,
Orlando,
Fallon.
specifically the Milk District. Chuck Dinkins, great to meet you.
Yeah, man.
Swam, great to meet you. Now, I got your Spotify profile, Soliloquist of Sound.
Word up.
Is there anything you'd want me to play
Anything you
as
wanna
if
play.
we existed, Marvel? Should I go into a certain album?
Keep what is that? You know
I
what?
got
No
Spotify.
More Heroes.
What's that?
Let's play Heroes. Heroes from there.
All right, let me find it. It's on As If We Existed.
It's on
right?
it's on No More Heroes.
No More Heroes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a track
Yes.
called Heroes.
We don't need another podcast.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. This
So
is the
tell
only
us
one
about
that you
Hero.
need.
What's scoop on this?
I mean, you know what? Heroes is one of those tracks, for me at least, where like it speaks directly to the people that kind of talked about positive music as
Right.
if it was like the corny, you know what I'm saying, outtake on things.
Yeah, man.
And it was just like, it was like my fuck you, but at the same time, it was like, hey, like when you're going to need this in due time. You know what I'm saying? So
Totally, man.
just hold tight.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Queuing it up here on the JB Rev Show. It's
Yeah.
Heroes from Soliloquista Sounds. Our guest, Chuck Dinkins. Swamburger.
And then we got Giddy Up Go.
We got Jeffy queued up at Giddy Up Go. DJ White Lightning.
That's
Anything
right.
else? Any other alter egos that he has? Anyway, all right, enjoy this. We'll be right back. The JB Rev Show.
Yeah.
I approach life with open arms, lessons learned, open palms that tell the future close enough to keep me out of harm's blood, but can't seem to save a single thing. Who's afraid of evil's thing? Situate the time and people's dreams. Far from the norm, we appear quite average. No mask, no costume, no pre-exposed lavish. I managed to cure cats with courtesy, constant. Some pose, pole, backpedal my content. Imagine having power over misused authority to free the captivated, but the captured ignores the intent, imprint, and then it on forehead. Victims run from hell for more of what's force fed. My kryptonite is that which governs bodies in the present. Like a president with tyranny is evident and evidence for all to see. But even with impunity, people trust superficial scrutiny with more than all the we. You trust police more that we could ever be, which says a lot for life and the obedience and policy. But not a single thread of your emotion is available when you offer gifts of potential and creative view. And it ain't my superpowers tend to weaken, while inner demons summon humans to be them. We're thinking of another convenience. Apparently I'm just preaching. Okay, murder, murder, kill, kill, now we're even.
For the love of the people, equal standing, no ground zero with you. But I want a better product, what are my options on this album? But enough ain't enough when you run away to live without wanting to give that 100% back, cause that could be the death of another hero.
For the battle.
It's a trick you stick to me. Take my heart, wear it on your sleeve, and toss it aside for cleaning. Cause you saw them spoil the meaning. Mine is thinking twice of my gift to being, without ever lifting a finger, without ever losing a dream. I found that self-held hostages are stocked with ways, in popular demand for ridding up malaise. A bidding only in the brain, being at ease with ideas and speech. You wanted my advice, suffice to say, to go and trophy held my wise faith, without ever guessing for seconds, and without ever taking a day. They refuse to move into it, just to step into it, symbolic into it, deep on into it, up in the frenzy. Reach and breach my ingredient of feeling, receiving ingredients, and then I'm killing questions of character coming to think. Assuming you're something I know your wish, without credit sent on my way, with only ghosts to point you me.
For the love of the people, equal standing, no ground zero with you. But I want a better product, what are my options on this album? But enough ain't enough when you run away to live without wanting to give that 100% back, cause that could be the death of another hero.
For the battle.
For the love of the people, equal standing, no ground zero with you. But I want a better product, what are my options on this album? But enough ain't enough when you run away to live without wanting to give that 100% back, cause that could be the death of another hero.
For the battle.
WJBW.
Yeah.
Damn, that's how we do it.
Dude.
There you go. The JB Rev
We're
Show.
killing it, bro.
Toasted up here, all lubed up here inside of Whiskey Lou's.
So we've so far we've talked with Justin, the artist.
That was
Nebula,
great.
right?
Yeah, Fallon Nola.
Fallon. We've talked with Swanberg.
We talked with Rick, the 50-year-old patron.
Chuck Dinkins.
of-
And
Yeah.
now I'm very pleased
Yeah.
to have
Hell yeah.
with us right now.
What's going on?
There he is,
Listen to
DJ
that voice.
Jeffy.
That's
There he
right.
is.
Yeah,
There's
DJ
a-
Jeffy,
oh.
also known as DJ White Lightning.
DJ White Lightning.
Also known as Jeff Heidemann.
Yep.
Of
And-
Giddy Up Go, who
That's
just
right.
performed out here a little
Yeah.
while ago.
Which
Thank
was
you.
badass.
I'm all sweaty from it. We just got off stage like 2 seconds ago.
You guys are like perfect for this whole dive bar scene, though, right?
That's right.
I mean,
We
it's-
fit right
you
in.
guys are all about
Drinking, smoking.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Drinking, smoking, all that good stuff.
Right. That's like a Merle Haggard song right there.
So, Jeff, you know, something that we've had a common connection with the guests, both Swanberger and absolutely Chuck, and, you know,
Mhm.
obviously you, is one common person who comes here from Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right. Jim Faraday.
Jim Faraday, that's right. And that's actually the whole reason you're even here in Orlando is because of Jim.
Pretty
correct?
much. I met Jim like in 1982 at a Joy Division. Somebody got a Joy Division live show on VHS tape in 1982. I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I went to a party and I met Jim.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Well, the rest is history. But some time went by before we connected again. A friend of ours got married in Orlando, Florida, and happened to get married at the plantation when Jim was the manager of the Apopka, the plantation in Apopka.
Okay.
Well, he got married there. I went to that wedding. I drove down from Pittsburgh. And in a Renault Alliance, and with 4 other people in the car, and I mean it barely made it.
Wow!
And
that's why you couldn't go back because your car broke down, so you were stuck.
Nope. There's more to the story.
Okay.
I drove back. I made it all the way back. That was 1988. Never thought anything about ever moving down here, but then I was in a dead-end graphic design job up there, making $3.35 an hour, and I called my friend Tom Scott, who does all the posters. He works for like Disney Japan now and all that stuff like that. He used to do all the posters for Sapphire and everything for Jim.
Right.
Anyway, I called him up and I said, I'm in a dead-end graphic design job. What should I do?
Yeah.
He had moved down here because he dropped off resumes while he was visiting Jim and got a job. So he wound up moving down here. So guess what? I packed up my Geo Metro, 3-cylinder Geo Metro, with all my records and my turntables and some clothes, and drove all the way down here. Stayed at Tom's house for 3 days.
Shit.
Wound up getting an apartment, wound up getting a job, whatever, and the rest is history. So I've been here.
It worked out. Never looked back.
Right. That was 1994. So
let's talk about your DJ career.
Yes, that was a fun career. Well, it's still going because
I mean, you still have the PRK show. Oh,
no, I let that go.
Okay.
That was my DJ White Lightning's old country career.
Do you ever bring that persona back at all? I mean,
I'm actually doing it at a car show at the barn coming up here in May.
And tonight,
Sanford,
DJ
Sanford
White
Park.
Lightning's going to be here tonight.
That's right. I'm here, but I didn't really do anything as White Lightning today.
Oh. I thought you were getting on the decks.
Well, we played last night at Muldoon's, and I was too tired.
Oh man!
I packed up the car. I got home at 3
You're
o'clock.
like, come on, how much can I do?
Yeah, exactly.
So the crazy thing about Muldoon's is me and Dana sometimes we'll walk from our house to go there and have drinks.
Very good. Should have walked last night.
Well,
Dan.
I was DJing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I saw.
So.
But it's I don't know. I just got to get up in front of people and do something. So whether it's old country music or modern ragged jungle.
Ragged jungle.
That's what I play, ragged jungle.
You talk about back in the
so
day.
What's the difference between ragged jungle and drum and bass? And
there's really no difference.
Okay.
It's just the media needed a term to separate people that see when I play jungle music, I play it with a lot of reggae samples and stuff that everybody recognizes, and everybody, so they kind of label that as ragged. Right. To think they're dancing to reggae, but they're really dancing to jungle. Some people don't put any samples in there, and it's just drums and bass. So the media called it drum and bass. So they're really, to me, it's all jungle music.
Okay.
But that was the original term. It was actually called breakbeat initially, but then that's a whole other story.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, but
well, that's what's cool is your history with Orlando goes back a hell of a long way.
Right.
And he's continuing with that.
Well, it's like when I first moved down here, I needed a way to get my name out there. I went to Props, and Icy was working there with Mott and everybody, and
That's right,
I dropped off my tape, and my tape had a full color cover on it, printed and everything. Everybody else's, Andy Hughes' was handwritten in pen. So after that, I went back the next time, and then everybody had full color tape.
Because you're a graphic designer. Yeah,
but I
set
do
the bar.
right. But I do remember walking in there, and I told Icy I played breakbeat.
Okay.
But then he played me his tape, and then my tape was double as fast as his. And we knew of AK 1200 up in Pittsburgh, believe it or not.
Really?
Friends of mine
Wow.
actually came down here to DJ, I think maybe on that Prodigy tour. I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
As guest DJs, and they came back and brought me an AK 1200 tape, and I said, "Look, somebody," and he's like, "Hey, there's somebody down there playing the same stuff you're playing."
Wow.
So it's funny. I moved down here, and AK called me and said, "I heard you moved down here," so he knew of me. So it was weird.
That's awesome. And about that time, Dave had his record shop, didn't he?
Right.
On 1792.
Hottie shop.
That's right, the Hottie shop in Fern Park.
I missed it. I moved down here too late for that.
Dude, that was a great store.
But
it was right next to House of Babes.
So me and Dave I was like, how can I get myself, I'm a graphic designer. I worked at a print shop, and my boss was dating the secretary, even though his wife owned the shop. So he would leave at noon to go to the hotel to go mess around with her right after the wife left.
Right.
It was a like a soap opera.
Wow.
And so I had free access to everything at the print shop. So guess what? I made a magazine called Jungleized.
Oh, man, I remember that.
Little fancy called Jungleized.
Dude, that's
so
so
I started putting it in all the record stores and whatever around here. Then then Gerard from Soul
yeah.
Power. Remember, he had
Gerard.
Soul Power magazine.
Yeah.
He and Q Burns. And
that's
so
right.
he came up to me and he goes, "Hey man, you're the guy putting that Jungleized out. I'm the guy that does Soul Power." So we got to be friends.
That's
But here's
awesome.
the thing: AK worked at Airborne Express.
That's right.
So I found the addresses to every record store in America, and I found the addresses to every record store in England, and we mailed out Jungleized to every record store ever, and that's how we got
That's
famous.
awesome.
That is amazing,
That's a great
dude.
He,
That
well,
is
he,
a great
he mailed it
story.
out for free and got in trouble once.
Dave did?
Yeah,
You know-
he got in trouble. One time they go, they had a big meeting one day, and it was like, who's sending out all this stuff to England for free? Whoops.
You know what's funny is we've had Dave in studio with us before, talking with him, and he was talking about when he made the transition of leaving that job
Yeah.
to go full time,
Right.
You know, and how hard it was.
Oh, I
for
know.
him
Yeah,
to, like,
he had to play breaks at Firestone. I remember and stuff
Yeah.
like that. He had to do some things he didn't want to do. But I mean,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
That's
anything.
how
You
it
know,
goes
whatever you got to do, you got to do.
Sometimes. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Talking with Jeffy, Jungle Jeffy. Wait,
So-
DJ Jeffy.
Jeffy. I had to put Jungle on my Facebook page
Yeah.
because I needed a last name because you
You're
can't
like,
just
hello?
be Jeffy.
Yeah, Jeffy Jungle. Okay.
So, speaking of which, you said you were getting ready to do something here.
Oh yeah, well you know everybody knows The Extreme passed away, so
Right.
they're doing a
Right,
big
right.
thing at the Ace Cafe on June 1st.
Okay.
And Robbie's putting it together. It's their
Really?
normal Gemini party they used to put together all the time.
Okay.
He and The Extreme, and so it's a free party, free, absolutely free, costs
Seriously?
nothing, just to give a donation
Ace
to
Cafe.
The Extreme's family.
That's awesome.
And that's June 1st. And it starts at 3 in the afternoon and goes till 3 in the morning.
Pay like $20
Wow.
to get
And it's
in there.
outside and inside because
Uh-oh.
they'll have the back porch done at 8.
12 hours of this shenanigans.
12
That
hours,
is
so
like
there's going to be some
so
people
old school.
stumbling out of there, literally.
Yeah, that's so old school.
Yeah,
Berlin.
kind of like today.
Right, kind of like
Yeah,
I
no,
saw that
It's
earlier.
kind of a shit show in
Yeah,
here.
well,
you know?
when we first got here, we were like, we hope people are not so drunk we can't talk to them.
Well, I mean,
But-
yeah, exactly.
when the
But, I mean-
bartenders are drunk,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good
Oh,
time.
I know.
They've been cooling off over there. They're doing a great job
Oh,
behind
they
the
are.
bar.
Hell yeah.
I'm just getting
hold
started.
on.
I'm drinking my first. I just drank
Julie-
my first beer.
I forget what the bartender's name. He told me to say, give him a shout out. I forgot the name.
Oh, way to go, buddy.
Damn. Well, the bar staff here is just awesome.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So, Jeff, man, we can't thank you enough for being part of this. We need to have you in studio sometime.
Yeah, we
Maybe
should
bring a
reconnect.
guitar
He's
in.
done
Oh,
a
yeah,
call
we
in
can do
before.
I
Yeah.
can play some original
I
songs.
said,
we could.
I said
we
in
could do whatever.
studio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have him in studio.
We've got actually some dates available. We'll connect with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right,
man.
you guys taking? Are we? Are we?
No,
pretty
no,
much-
we can keep talking.
No, no, it's
We don't
fine.
have to.
No,
bump
he
up.
wants to go.
Oh, you want to go?
No,
All
no,
right.
I don't.
got
I
you.
don't need to go.
All right, then
I can talk forever.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
the first time you diddled a boy.
No. All right, shut up. Let's talk a little about Giddy Up Go because it's a
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Well, let
like,
me tell you.
I will say real quick. Like
quick.
Bithlow Rising, it's a unique little act that you can have in your Bithlow Rising does metal covers. They're like a trio,
Right,
right?
correct.
And so Giddy Up Go
We
is
do
kind of
old
that thing,
country.
the old country stuff.
But we
And
rev it up
you-
and we do it like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all songs everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows Rhinestone Cowboy. Everybody
Yes.
knows all these songs.
I
that-
saw you doing the Gambler.
The
Kenny
game,
Rogers.
you
and
got
that
to
was
know
awesome.
when to hold up.
Fucking awesome,
Right.
dude.
So I mean,
Rolling,
people. It's all.
roll.
I just pick all the songs that some even I thought Kenny Rogers was kind of cheesy when I was a little kid there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then
Know when
compared
to
to what's
run.
cheesy now, he was pretty good.
He was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That
definitely.
was classic.
Even though he's not really Kenny Rogers anymore
Know when
since,
to hold him.
since he got his facelift.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Is he
now
really
he's,
still Kenny Rogers?
now he's Dolly Parton.
Right.
No, well,
exactly.
And
Right.
he's roasting chickens.
But
Kenny Rogers.
it,
that's
I mean,
Roy Rogers.
growing up in Pittsburgh, believe it or not, there's a lot of hillbillies in Pittsburgh, and there's a lot of hills. So there was a lot of country radio stations and stuff, and I grew up on that stuff. And my dad
Yeah.
was a big old country fan, so I couldn't get it out of my system. I wound up in the right place at the right time with the rave world, and
Nice.
that took that detour and went crazy. And when all that died out, I said, "Well, let's start a country band."
Let's go back to country.
We've been together 10 years now.
That's
Can you believe that?
incredible.
Dude.
10 years.
Congrats.
Just like that. The older we get, isn't
Right.
it crazy how quickly
Pretty
time
soon there'll be a
flies?
50-year reunion for Giddy Up Go. We'll all be having
Well, and we
the
just
Whiskey Lou's.
We just
when
had
they're 100.
Fallon over here, who's a great curator of vintage stuff, and I know that
Yeah.
you are a huge supporter and curator of
Correct.
vintage stuff
I have
as
a
well.
I have a massive collection of 50s furniture in my house.
Yeah, she wanted to talk about those badass boots you got on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
what's
yeah.
the story behind the boots?
Well, they're handmade in Spain. There's
Oh, my God.
there's a website you can go to, and you send
a
your
website for
you
that.
send your $400 and some to some old lady, and she hand makes them and sends them back to you 90 days later.
Shit.
Wow.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
it? $400?
$400.
I mean, those look like,
Handmade. Yeah, they look like some
you
serious.
those in Nashville would go for $2,000.
Hey, I think
Easy.
so. Well, I used to have old gringos, and they were $1,200, and these are better than them. So.
Wow.
I mean,
Those are
but
dope.
I didn't pay $1,200 for them. I
They
got a good
comfortable
deal.
as fuck or what?
They're pretty good. My toes still hurt, like no
Yeah.
matter what.
It
so-
looks like the tip of those things. Yeah, that's a little pointy.
Well, it's almost like wearing heels. So your toes wind up squishing in the front, and then when you're doing your Dwight Yoakam moves on stage,
ballerina,
they kind of
Right.
you get back to the car and you're like, "Ooh, man, my feet hurt."
My feet are hurting.
I could put a little insole in there, maybe that would help.
Yeah.
But
We're talking with Jeff Hyman,
Yeah.
White Lightning, and about his poor feet.
Yeah, my
Pointy feet.
yeah.
Poor pointy
My
feet.
dogs are barking. That's what I always heard from girls.
Well, you rock.
I'm
Well,
like,
we'll let you
I
go
never
sit
say
down
that.
because you're a hell of a guy.
Yeah, man.
And,
Thank
much
you for
like-
coming in here and doing
Oh,
this.
yeah, for sure.
Much like this night, we're organically finding badass people to talk to.
I think the last time I was on here was Reverend Horton Heat out in the Will's parking lot. You Remember that?
Oh,
That's
I
been
do
a long
remember
time.
that.
And then
Yes.
I might have
Damn.
called in one time too.
You
I
called
remember.
in
did.
when Jill was on the
That's
show.
right, when Jill. Right.
She was all mucking up the interview.
God rest her
That's
soul.
right. I could. Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, that's why we got rid of her. Okay.
Yeah, my ex-wife just asked me about her the other
Okay.
day.
Well, I think she
What,
got
is
married.
she dead yet?
I heard
No.
she got.
No, she did.
I heard she got married.
No, not your wife.
Oh no. I know. I
thought
know what you mean.
That was a question
Jill.
she
I-
asked.
I
Is
heard she got
dead?
married.
She did get married.
Oh my
and
God.
guess
Who'd she
where
get married
Anyways,
Justin-
they got married at Twist.
Right?
Yeah.
okay.
So
I was
All
at a few Twist Christmas parties.
yeah.
we all were. All right.
Yeah, we
I
were
think I
there.
played jungle
Well, I
there.
got-
She let me play jungle at 7:00 before everybody
We'll
got
let
there.
you. We'll let you choose what song we bump out of this with.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I can find on Spotify that you would say, "Hey, we've done a cover of this," or any kind of song?
Yeah,
you
do you
would
have a
want?
Giddy Up Go on Spotify?
No, there's. We went in the studio and recorded
Oh,
about
that's
a year and a
exciting.
half ago, and I'm almost done finishing it. So
Well, there's
it's getting close.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
So we'll have it
It's
soon.
only been
Okay.
10 years, Jeff.
So, but I'm just
Right
talking nostalgic songs. And, hey, that guy's flashing us his tits. Oh, and is that? No, not the ass.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
Okay, thank you.
He needs to
Random
wipe.
strange. Somebody just came in here and flashed
Bad
us their
moon
booty.
arising.
Thank you, brother. All right, thank you.
All right, so I don't know any Waylon Jennings. That's we love Waylon
Okay,
Jennings.
so
around
give me
here.
a, give me a, give me a song.
Any
here.
Waylon Jennings? Just put
Any
him on-
Waylon Jennings. Just play Waylon Jennings
All
and
right,
put
so
in.
I got Highwayman. You
I'm a
wanna-
Ramblin' Man. How about that? Is that on there?
Let me find that.
Ramblin' Man, Waylon Jennings. That's a
Let
good
me
song.
Do this,
Oh,
let me
boy.
do the search here.
We do a cover of that.
Ramblin'
Do you?
Man, Waylon Jennings.
Man,
Yeah.
you sounded great out there, by
There
the
we
way.
go.
Thank
really
you
did.
very much. I appreciate it.
DJB Rep Show. We'll be
All
right
right.
back.
See you guys.
Inside of
Later.
Whiskey Lou's. Thank you, Jeff. Jeffy.
I've been down the Mississippi, down through New Orleans. Yes, I have. I've played in California. There ain't too much I haven't seen. No, there ain't. Lord, I'm a rambling man. Don't fool around with a rambling man. Left a girl in West Virginia, up there where that green grass grows. Yes, I did. Got a girl in Cincinnati waiting where the Ohio River flows. Oh, girl, I'm a rambling man. Don't give your heart to a rambling man. You'd better move away. You're standing too close to the flame. Once I mess with your mind, your little heart won't beat the same. Lord, I'm a rambling man. Don't mess around with any old rambling man. Better not. Well, up in Chicago, I'm
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That
Yeah.
was a great little healthy session.
Dude,
here
awesome.
at Whiskey
Hey,
Lou's.
why don't you come on?
And
Get-
we're
get
closing
on.
up. Hold on. Don't yell and scream.
Oh,
That's all right. You work here.
Swarky.
You
Yeah.
want to talk to us? Hold on. There you go. All right, talking to the mic. Say hello.
just
You
say-
work here. What
Yo,
do you
yo,
do?
yo.
Okay, that's very loud.
Yeah, put
good
those
job.
headphones on.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so you work here.
So what's your
and,
name?
We've, I think, entangled with you at one point before.
What's your
but-
name?
Yes.
What's your name
so
for this gig?
I was Lusty Cupid.
Oh, yeah.
That was at the Will's Pub at Red
That
Fox
Red
Lounge
Fox
Tribute.
Lounge,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right
But
on.
I'm Nico.
Yeah, Miko.
Nico.
And
Nico.
you do a lot of things. You have a radio show on PRK.
Yes, that's correct.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about that real quick.
All right, I got 2 shows. You
Okay.
got, 5 to 7 with the Curtis Lurch Show, and
That's right.
7 to 9, How Do You Start Your Evening with Nico and Mocha Rob.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah. And so what do you guys talk about on that show?
With Curtis Earth, we interview bands,
Yep.
different types of talent, as well on top of that, we've got Erica Lee who calls in. She talks about different trends
Yeah.
that are going on in the world.
We need to have
As far
you
as
in
news.
studio.
Yeah, we
Seriously.
should.
I'll,
You
I'll come in.
You'll come
Okay.
in.
Then we have Chris Crespo. He calls in.
Chris Crespo.
And
there you
he
go.
talks about movie reviews,
All
but
right.
that's with the Curtis Earth Show. And then I play the Nico's Notorious playlist. I go through the weekly. I'm playing bands that
Yeah,
are
that's
coming
awesome.
to Orlando.
That's so cool.
Give recognition to the community.
I love that.
How did I know she would be awesome to talk to for a minute?
Yeah.
It's like I'm
'Cause
working.
I've chatted with you guys,
We-
before,
yeah,
but
we-
I got to do it quick, and then I got to clean
Yeah,
up. Before
we
they're
lost the
am
footage
I allowed?
from Red
Are we?
Fox.
Are we on safe harbor?
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uncensored.
You can say fuck.
You can say
Oh, I
whatever
can't.
you
Oh,
want.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But only if you
But you can't
say it
say
softly.
Yeah, you can't say
I always gotta watch it. I call it the dragon arm.
Poop
When you're
butt.
on air, you're like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
rawr.
Don't do that. Especially
Don't
PRK.
say fuck, rawr.
we were a guest on State of the Scene for Frankie's first show, and
Yeah.
I dropped the F-bomb right
Yeah,
away.
yeah, that was
Uh,
great.
Like,
He got the
Yeah, and it's like fuck.
He got the dump
And then
button.
you just say
Like,
fuck again. And then how do you start your evening? That's with a buddy of mine I've known for a long time. See, I'm chatting,
that's
I'm cleaning
awesome.
at the same
You
time.
are.
You
If only you had a
multitasking.
camera, I can multitask.
Hire her.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
dude
there you
does
go.
a great
Yeah.
job.
I'll help.
know.
Wow. He's-
So with How Do You Start Your Evening, we do a little confessions.
Oh,
If
that's
it's something you need to
interesting.
get off your chest.
Kind of a love
We
lines
do
type of thing.
survey says
Love
random
it.
random fucking surveys.
Okay.
And then
Yep.
do we all hell no, which is just
Oh, hell
crazy
no.
ass news that's going on.
Oh,
Right
there
on.
was a story my buddy found, and if it's, I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
This was in the UK. Here was a woman sitting next to a blind man.
Right.
And the blind man, he's hearing noises and he's feeling vibration.
Right.
Yeah.
She was taking care of herself on the train
Wow.
next to the
That's
blind
awesome.
man, and
That's
she got
funny.
arrested.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man.
So those are bits for all hell no.
Oh, hell no.
The Bill Blind
He
man
does,
could
he
hear
does something sort of like that
the
called
vibrator.
Breaking News Badly.
Yeah, I like
But
it.
it sucks.
Yeah, but it's way worse than that.
It's
Yeah,
really
Oh,
bad.
hell no, sounds way
Oh,
better.
hell no.
Yeah. Hell
But,
nah.
Now I got to go back to work.
We're
I-
talking with Miko. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
Busting your ass here. What's a good place?
Thank you so much.
You just gave us go to WPRK. She's all over that station.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Thank you
Love
so
you guys.
much.
Nice to see
Love
you again.
Appreciate
All right.
it. All right, rock the house. There you go. So that's
It's
exactly
nice
how
to
we
see
do
someone
it.
on staff not all completely wasted.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Thanks, Rev.
No,
All
but
right.
no, that's a good
She's
thing.
doing a great. No, the bar is doing a great
Everybody's
job here.
celebrating.
The people working here are doing a great job. It's
Yeah, they are.
kind of a flux of people coming in.
Yep.
In and out. There's stuff still going on at the stage
Got
out there. I
fauna
think.
on the pool table.
I think. Yeah.
Just
So-
got done finger
Yeah,
banged
so
in the
we-
bathroom.
What?
She can't hear us. What? You want to come back on mic real quick? Get over
You
here.
want to close the show
Yeah,
with us,
yeah,
Fallon?
close the show
All right,
with us.
Fallon's going to close the show with
Put
us.
those
All right,
headphones
That's
on.
very cool. Very appropriate.
So you can hear what we're saying.
All right. I got Whiskey River from Kevin Maines and the Volts queued up
All
here
right.
for our closing track.
So, Fauna, get in front of that microphone.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
I can't thank you enough for bringing
Thank
Swanberger
you.
in here.
Yeah, you really helped made our show. You're an executive producer.
Yeah, and let's
of
talk
the-
about your endeavors with Swanberger, because we've had you both in studio before.
Honey.
And so I'm asking her, not you. Let's talk about that.
I'm calling you Honey, Rev. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, we're going to talk about you. We this is our show. We're talking about you.
yeah,
What
we
do you-
talk about other
what did you
people.
what are you and
We talk
Swanberger
about
doing?
what we're doing.
What have you done?
So we started a company last year called Milk and Honey.
That's right, Milk and Honey.
And we had a festival.
Yeah.
And we haven't had one since, but we definitely want to have another.
You should. I'll DJ for it.
But like I was saying, I really feel like we should talk about you guys.
Oh my God!
No one talks about
you want to interview
guys.
us?
Actually, we're going to be on Tom and Dan
on
Tuesday.
Yeah, we got a big show on Tuesday. Bobby Cobley's in studio, and we're going to be interviewed by Tom and Dan in the earlier afternoon.
Yeah,
so we are getting a little bit of love.
Finally.
And we're very grateful for it.
Are you nervous about the interview?
No, whatever.
No? Being on the other side of
we
this?
do this all the time.
Yeah, we do this,
Yeah, whatever. I'll just go into my crazy voices.
Yeah.
Go into my Stewie.
And I'll be, okay,
Just talk
JB.
a little bit.
It's like, hey,
a little
man.
bit like this.
So, Tom, let me tell
This is
you.
my real voice. I don't
Uh,
have a
I
radio
just-
voice.
It's really good.
How long have you been here? What time did you get here today, Fallon?
Let me check my phone. I'm going to give it very accurate. Okay, so it is currently 7:01 p.m. on
What?
the East Coast.
Oh, my gosh.
I got here at 1:30, so that
Oh, my
is
gosh.
5 hours and 30 minutes.
So-
I have been enjoying Whiskey Lou's
Wow.
after your anniversary party.
I'm surprised you're still standing.
Yeah, pro status.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fallon, we can't thank you enough for bringing Swamp.
Yeah, you really
and,
helped
and
us
just being,
get a hell of a great show. So thank you so much.
And wait, you really are an awesome pillar in our community.
Yeah.
You really have done
Without
awesome
question.
things for us. I mean, not us personally, but yes,
Well,
us personally,
Orlando
but
in general.
Orlando, yeah. Like, you know, you
I
really.
helped you buy your home, Jerry.
She gave birth to
introduced you to
my
your wife.
my pretty little brown baby boy.
What?
We named him Turd.
After me.
If we could say the name of your place right, we would say it every week.
It's
we should
Etoile.
ask you. We should
Etoile.
add her to our
It's
sponsor
our
crawl every week.
Bouquet.
It's a Total Bodega. Etoile Bodega.
Botox
Go to
Cosmetica.
Etoile Bodega.
You know what's great about
That's
Fallon?
fun.
Is she's a lot of fun.
Oh,
like,
without
anytime-
question.
Yeah, like, you know.
You want
she's-
her anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's wherever
I have a question.
Okay.
fun is.
No, JB
I have
isn't
a
gay
question.
anymore.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
He goes back and forth.
What the hell?
I have a question.
Okay.
Yes, all right.
And I think most of your listeners might want to know this.
Uh-oh. Sounds juicy.
What made you guys decide to come here, and how did this happen? Because it's really cool.
Oh,
Good
well,
question.
thank you.
Well,
Okay.
let me take that one.
All right.
So Jim Faraday's been a long-time friend of mine. We've had him in studio.
Yep.
We've also
With
interviewed him at
Dave
Maxine's.
Minshew.
Dave Minshew.
Both
That's
of them
right.
came in studio.
And, when he was a part of this, like Joseph and Jesse Martins were the first band to play in here.
Awesome.
Oh, Nico just brought us a card. Thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah, you were calling her Miko before. It's
No, I
Nico.
wasn't.
You said Miko.
My
In any event,
name is Nico.
back to her question.
I
She
live
had-
on the second
She
floor.
had one question. So basically, I had to bribe Jim to let us come in here. And,
we did a
$500 endeavor.
We did a
Had to put
live
into Jim's
broadcast
pocket.
out of here with Lydia Lunch. And it was a great show, and we got
Interjecting, met her once, feel really cool about it. Go on.
Yes, all right, very cool. So we got to interview her here once, and then when we were like talking to Jim, he's like, "Hey, you want us to come back?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" So Jim said, "Hey, come on back and just talk to people randomly in the same place you were at earlier." So that's honestly how
Which is
we
in
got
this
involved.
back
Which is in this little back corner
of
in
the expanded area
That's
that
right.
Whiskey Lou's has created.
That's right. This used to be an office or
Yeah, that's
storage or
It
something.
was, and there are 3, maybe 2, very coveted velvet vintage pieces
Ooh.
of artwork
Ooh.
that
Oh.
are no longer.
Where?
They are right
What?
there. They're
Oh,
the
okay.
framed pieces
They're
right
the booby.
behind you.
Oh wow!
Oh, is that
Yeah,
from
that's
Wally's?
Beautiful.
No.
What is that from?
They're from here.
Yeah,
Really?
They're Jim's collection, I'm sure, right?
No, they've
They've
been here
just
for
always
so
been here.
long.
I
So
love it.
these are
I
the
love
2
it.
pieces behind Jerry
Yeah.
that have been here for so long.
Dude.
And no one really knew what they fully looked like from head to toe, no pun intended, until they
Yeah.
started to open the store on a regular basis, and people would
Wow.
peek in and look at these pieces, but they are
Wow, so now they're totally on
stunning.
showcase. We should take a picture in front of it. All
We
right.
should,
You
because
wanna
look
help
at
me?
those boobies.
All right.
Yeah.
without
Love some
question.
boobies.
Without question. All right, well, hang on with us, Fallon. That's a very good thing you pointed out. We love to thank the people that are rocking their shit. PolkasHottest.com, ShannonHoleArt.com, Etoile Boutique.
Etoile.
Boutique.
It's not Etule.
Etule. Who else? Polka's Oddest. I said that. Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop. Infotainment.com. BadassSandwiches.com.
Yeah.
Modern Music Movement and Ear Theater. And she's smoking a cigarette. And
and she's dancing.
The Milk
I love your
District.
moves.
We'll add the Milk District. Nora's Sugar Shack.
That's
Kush
right.
Ultra
Kush
Lounge.
Ultra Lounge. Dank Smoke Shop.
Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop. There you go. And everybody
And
else,
that's it.
tune in this Tuesday night. We got Bobby Cobley in studio.
Oh,
It's
I'm
going to
looking
be a
forward to
great fucking session. So hang out for that. Inside of Whiskey Lou's, we're wrapping it up here. The JB Rev Show. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, spending time with us on your Sunday. Muchos gracias.
While you're down there.
Let's go into a track from Kevin Maines and the Volts. They're doing a cover of Whiskey River, and I think that's a good way for us to close out. So we'll see you. We'll see you on the next thing we do, which is this Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Flip.
Lord.
Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let a memory torture me.
WJBW.